Thank you very much, Madam Vice Prime Minister and dear colleague. I am very pleased to be here in Lوبليانا for my second visit in my capacity as Minister of Foreign Affairs of Algeria. As you probably know, the first visit was during my first tenure as Foreign Minister in the 90s, and more precisely in May 1992. During the last 3 years, a turning point has indeed been reached in the expansion of our bilateral relations that have been growing and moving forward in the right direction to the satisfaction of our two countries. We have recently welcomed the official opening of Slovenia's embassy in Algiers, and from our side, we will be doing the same in the coming days. We will also very soon introduce a request for the accreditation of the first ambassador of Algeria to Slovenia, who will be resident here in this beautiful city of Lوبليانا. I think that we both agree the opening of these embassies, yours in Algiers and ours in Lوبليانا, will give new impetus to this promising and rewarding partnership that we are building between our two friendly countries. Algeria is also very glad to be partnering with Slovenia in the energy field, as you have mentioned, by contributing substantially since January this year to the satisfaction of Slovenia's need of natural gas supplies. Building on these achievements, I am here today to see with our Slovenian friends how we can make additional and new leaps in our bilateral cooperation in all fields of common interests, notably in the digital economy, traditional and renewable energies, technologies of information and communication. And in this last respect, I am glad to announce that Algeria has joined the Center on Artificial Intelligence, created under the auspices of UNESCO and hosted by Slovenia. Other priority areas are being identified for cooperation between our two countries. I will mention water resources management, tourism, agriculture, forestry, and mining. We are also considering positively the proposal made by Slovenia to have direct maritime liaison between the port of Koper and the Algerian ports on the Mediterranean. This is also an opportunity to continue to work towards strengthening the legal and structural framework of our bilateral cooperation, notably through enacting the Joint Commission on Economic Cooperation while finalizing pending agreements such as the one concerning the establishment of a joint business council. I am here also to discuss with our Slovenian friends the possibility of taking advantage together of the entry into force of the African Free Trade Zone to promote triangular trade with Africa. Slovenia is a well-known trading and especially exporting nation, and Algeria enjoys an important role in Africa. So by putting together these two potentials, we can succeed in promoting this idea of triangular trade. My visit has also to do with the fact that our two countries are getting ready to assume their responsibilities as non-permanent members of the UN Security Council starting from January next year. I am glad that we have supported each other during the elections, that we have coordinated well so far, and that we are committed to working together to bring an added value to the Council's work amidst the current challenging times. Our task is certainly not an easy one, given the state of paralysis in which, unfortunately, the Security Council has been plunged in the face of mounting threats to international peace and security. And in this regard, the world is witnessing helplessly nowadays in Palestine an evolving tragedy and an increasing violent conflicts waging in many African countries, particularly in the Sahelo-Saharan region. And those are concrete examples of the Council's inaction and ineffectiveness. The position of Slovenia on the situations prevailing in the Middle East and the Sahel region is highly appreciated in our part of the world. Obviously, the Security Council is not rising up to the hopes placed in it by our nations and peoples, hopes to uphold its responsibilities in maintaining peace and security, hopes to correct blatant breaches to international law, and hopes to make the collective security system work to the advantage of all, without selectivity, without discrimination, and without exclusion. I'm sure that by joining our forces and voices within the Council, and by working closely together with other like-minded countries, particularly among the elected members of the Council, the E10, we can collectively make a genuine contribution towards bridging mounting divisions within the Council with the aim of restoring trust and confidence in the role of the United Nations, and particularly in that of the Security Council. I look wholeheartedly forward to continuing the rich, candid, and fruitful discussions we have started yesterday evening, and I take this opportunity to thank you warmly once again for the wonderful hospitality and for all the kind marks of attention accorded to me and to the Algerian delegation here in this friendly country of Slovenia. Thank you very much.
Thank you to both.